I love it.
Anyways, let's get started today. Welcome to March, my friends. Who's got some wins? Before we officially get in today, who wants to share some stuff here? It's been a fun season of growing with you all. Who has a win? It could be your client's health, your health, business breakthrough, anything. Who's got something they want to share today? Like Angie, you just made senior coach. Congratulations, by the way. Who's got a win they want to share? You can either drop it in the chat too if you don't want to come off mute. We celebrate all wins all over the places.
You can even brag on someone else if you want.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
can talk.
Go for it.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. My name's Katie, and after the holidays this last year, I started coaching in October, and after the holidays, I decided I was gonna make the choice to do more because I thought I'm getting so much out of this already. So I'm just gonna see what else I can get out of it. And I sort of made that choice. And I basically just started listening to all my mentors. And I was on the trainings, the live trainings, as much as I possibly could. I really started using my map, and I pretty much have it everywhere with me. And it's like a disaster. And but it's my disaster, and I totally follow it, and I'm very hands-on. I was also starting to be really consistent with my posts on Facebook and really living out loud and just doing everything that you guys say that we're supposed to do and just following the systems. And the last thing I really started doing that helped me hit EV in January and again in February was leaning into my coaches. When I feel like I'm struggling with my own journey or if I have questions, just really leaning into them and sort of doing what I preach to my clients, which is leaning in. So I just wanted to share a few things that really sort of helped take off my business, and I'm still growing and learning. It's only been a few months, but just thought I'd say a few things.
Awesome. Those are definitely wins to celebrate, Katie. Congratulations. And not just ED again last month, grew that 2 to 3 points that Doug talked about in the training yesterday. So hopefully you guys caught that. We're going to be referencing that a lot today. I know it's a little bit after 7, but we got a shorter call today anyways. Who else has a win that they want to share? Feel free to come off mute. Who wants to go?
Sorry.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
I got to mute someone real quick. We got a lot of people on here. I got to mute them real quick. Hang tight. All right, go for it.
Morning, everybody. My name is Laurie. I just wanted to share that I started my health journey a year ago this past week, 3 weeks, and I decided I wanted to coach. I had some family members that I thought could use the benefits of the program. Never in my life imagined it would be as great as it's been. I think my biggest thing is that my mom and my dad are 75 and 76 years old. My dad's diabetic. His A1C has gone down 2 points. My mom a year ago was talking about knee replacement surgeries. She just went to the doctor a few weeks ago, and her doctor told her she doesn't need to have those surgeries now. So that was huge for me to see them bettering their health. And then as far as my coaching, when I first started and my coach Lisa would tell me to do this or do that, I was like, really, do I have to? But I listened to her and I did what she suggested, and it worked. I couldn't believe it. And now I lean into my mentors as much as I can. I ask questions when I need to. I reach out to them for any help I need. And it's just been an amazing ride so far, and I'm really looking forward to what the next year will bring. And I just wanted to share that. And if there's new coaches here, I just wanted to tell you, lean into your mentors. They've got the experience, they've got the know-how. Use your systems. It all works.
Oh my gosh. Laurie, I love that. Congratulations. I love the health wins. Love the share. And yes, thanks for teeing up today. So good. Let's do, I know it's 7:05, you guys, but we're going to have a few more stories, but I can't get enough. There's someone else that needs to share here today. Who else wants to do it?
I'll share, Brad, if I can.
Who
you
is
guys
it?
hear me?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm Christina Healy in Reno, Nevada. And hi, morning, everyone. Sorry, it's early here, so we're just
good. You know the deal. It's all good. No showering. we accept it all.
That's right. That's right. Morning eyeballs and everything. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to come on and share. I'm super stoked. I've been coaching for just about a year. I think March was my real full month last year. But just yesterday, I finished up my last day of full-time employment in a surgeon's office after 23 years. To be able to stay home and coach full-time and be more present with my family and my kids. We're so excited I could actually cry. I'm like proud crying right now, but just growing this business has been amazing. Watching others get healthy, helping other people to health, and now as like on the business coach aspect of it, growing my team and helping coaches, develop that same mindset, helping others to health and helping them with their, financial stability and healthy finances and all that stuff. So it's been exciting.
That is amazing. And I know all the fun wins that happen along the way for that. So just big congrats. Everyone below the chat with congrats. And can I ask you a quick question? Are you in the bathroom right now because the whole fam's sleeping?
No, I'm in the bathroom because I was getting ready to jump in the shower and I was like, ooh, I can jump on and share real quick.
I love that. So good. All right, you guys, Christina, thank you so much. And congratulations. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope you guys have your notepads because we're going to get rolling here. And I'm just going to actually, I'm going to share my screen real quick here. Let's see here. There we go. And actually, we're going to bring a lot of people off screen today, off the screen share. So when you see that, like, just make sure you hit speaker view in the top right-hand corner because you're going to want to see their faces as we start today. Let me see here. There's my PowerPoint. How you all doing today? Open up the chat. The question of the day today is, where are you tuning in from? And are you registered for National Convention? You can either give me a yes, heck yes, or not yet. Because you guys are all going, you guys. I know that'll be a fun time. Oops, and I'm missing some slides here. I don't know where the slide went, but you know what? Let's just start on this one anyways. You guys, congratulations. Looks like we're tuning in from all over the US. Yes, yes, heck yes. Yes, yes, wouldn't miss it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man, we're gonna have so much fun in Orlando. It's gonna be amazing. If you guys haven't made the decision to go to convention yet, that's okay. Connect with your support team. And the reason why I'm passionate about that and I want to start talking about it now is you're gonna, like, it's not just who you're going, but who are you going with? Like, if you guys saw my post about convention, it's not just about growing coaching. It's like life. I mean, we have an optimal health program. Convention is a life convention and about growing ourselves. Like, I look forward to it, the time together each year. So it is the catalyst for growing. So make sure you mark it on your calendar. But I just want to say that. So love that we're all going to be together because sometimes Zoom just doesn't cut it. But anyways, let's jump into today. Congratulations, everyone. It has been amazing growing with you this last season. Hold on, I got to mute one more person real quick. Man, we packed the call this morning. This is awesome here. I think everyone's muted. All right, awesome. Congratulations on the last month. It's been so fun growing with you. We had an amazing month. So many lives changed. Fun watching your victories. I'm in your client support pages. I see the wins. I see you guys on fire today. And today's going to be a little bit of a different call because we've done the work. You've been consistent. You can't buy consistency. That is a plaque. That is a reward. Even if it's just partial consistency beats no consistency every single day. Like, that is the reward you get. You can't buy that. And that's what we're going to launch going into March today. And I just want to congratulate you, not only on the growth and how much fun it's been to grow with you. Lots of big rank advancements this last month. A lot of people close to those rank advancements. We're going to have a really fun March because there was so much bubbling up that we didn't see. But also, you guys, we even made it through the IT change. And I just want to congratulate you all for being world-class, above-the-line people. Like, you guys are what makes Optavia. And I just want to you guys just take a second to give yourself a big round of applause. Like, everyone was so cool and collected. We were very helpful. We jumped in. We got it done. Like, we didn't even, besides calling the call center to get stuff done, we didn't even hardly notice that it was happening. I just want to give you guys, that is what makes the difference. And that's why we have the community that we offer to people. So just want to say thank you to that. Again, a great month. The work has been done. We've all learned the steps. We've practiced consistency. We've learned the things. So this call is going to be a little bit different. We're going to share some stories. I don't know if for you guys, stories make the difference. For me, I love hearing different backgrounds, different ways people break through when it's all the same thing that they're doing. We're going to have a few people share from a few different levels here. But I do want to give some props to it. If you need to brag on someone, or you can go ahead and brag on yourself. New senior coaches this last month. Let's hear it. Who's a new senior coach this last month? Let me hear from you guys. Put it in the chat. You might have to brag. Some people here might be like, senior coach? I'm brand new at this, so it's all good. We had a lot of them. I think we had over 50 new senior coaches this last month. So if you don't know that you were a senior coach, your coach will brag on you this last month. Also, new executive directors and new big thinkers. The whole point of this deal, a lot of them last month, too many to name. And we're going to jump in today, lots of wins, because we're going to take on the month of March. Today is for people that want to grow. And if you really want to take on March, and again, even if you're like, okay, like if that's not you, even if you're going to go a little bit slower, if you have your own pace, I want you to know this is a safe place for you too. We're excited you're here. You are a part of this community. Wherever you're at, we are glad you are here. But today, what Dawn and I set up for you and what we have some speakers to set up for, what we're going to set you up for is people that want to take on the Munch Mark, that want to explode. You've done the work. The table is set. We have some stories from people that did the exact same thing this year that they're going to share with you what transpired in their life and what happened. And this call for today, you guys, we're going to show you, our goal is, it's going to be a little bit simpler because we're going to show you exactly what you need to take on this month because you guys have already done the work on it. Let me see here. Again, and another thing for this is this call is for average people. You might be above average. I'm average. I know some of you guys are above average. Some of you guys are cooler than me. But this call is for average people that want to do above average things in this world, that want to have an above average life, that want to have an abundance and want to be the reason for breakthrough. What we do this month, I promise you guys, through your consistency, will make ripple effects that will change lives. It'll change your lives. Like, oh my gosh, like Christina, amazing. I love that. So good. Laurie, amazing. And then Katie, love you. Like, I don't know where you're at right now. It's like a cool coffee shop, but I love it. That's what we're going to cover today. And so let's jump into it because consistency, skill set plus mindset plus action plus consistency equals success. And guys, we're at the March point. We're at the launching point, March, April. It gets really exciting for you. A lot of you guys, new coaches, you're starting to have massive transformation people in your business. Maybe your health is transforming at a next level. Maybe you start to have that staying power where people are like, oh, they still doing that thing? Oh, dang, no way. Oh my gosh. And then that person and that person with you, it's starting to hit that momentum effect. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about here. So with that being said, it's the month. It's not only the time and the consistency you buy, but every time we do a training, it's the month after the month that people see the reward. And one of our stories here is actually a few of the stories are probably going to allude to that. But that's what we're going to show you what to do is because you guys have done the work. You've stayed consistent. You guys have had massive growth. We brought a record amount of clients last month, record amount of coaches. It was amazing across the board. And we did it with 3 less days in the month. So with that being said, let's start off today with some sort. I hope you guys have your notepads today because we want to fill up your cup and we want to fill up your notepad and we want to fill up your action-taking ability. So Dawn, I know you have some stories that we want to celebrate. Anything you want to add today before we do that and share some of those stories?
Heck yeah. Well, congratulations everyone on everything. But like Brad alluded to, March is where it's almost like we talk about like that wave and that momentum. And if you can picture an ocean wave where it crashes, that's kind of where you're at, guys. The momentum and what we've been learning and what you've been building is really, that momentum is building. And now you're going to see the fruits of all of that. And a lot of you've already started to see it. So real quick, we're going to be sharing some stories. So you guys, if you haven't already put it on speaker view, make sure you've got your Zoom settings. So up right-hand corner, put it on speaker view so you can see people, because we're not going to be sharing slides and stuff for the next few minutes. We're going to be actually having some real people share a little bit about their stories, and not just their stories, guys, but the tangible tips, the difference makers. What have they done? What was an aha moment for them? And we're going to highlight some people at all stages because that's what this is about. That's what we strive to provide for you guys, is a safe place for you guys to show up and to learn and to share with each other, whether you are wanting to go fast or you're wanting to take it at your own pace, whatever that might be. I'm going to introduce our first speaker. And what I love about this girl, Hillary, is going to share with you. So by the way, brand new executive director. I want to give her a big shout out for that. But I remember doing an integration call with this gal and she was like, no. Okay, well, maybe I'll help one person, just one. But you know what? Because I just love this program. And can I just tell you guys, she blew executive director so far out of the water. Not only that, but her first coach skipped right past senior coach to manager. So Hillary, I want you just to share a little bit of where you were and then what changed and where you're at now. And one thing I asked some people to share is if they could go back and give themselves a tip or a little piece of advice or a little aha moment, what would that one thing be? Would you guys all like to hear that? I'm seeing like massive heads nodding. All right, Hillary girl, share a little bit about just where you were just a few months ago, because you haven't even been a coach for that long, started in October, and look at you now.
Hello. Okay. So, so last month I hit executive director and I got my certification. My day job is I'm a special education teacher. And so the reason that I started the program was nothing worked. I don't know. A lot of people kind of have the same story. I tried everything. It didn't work. I had kind of an aha moment when I had a picture taken and I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's a before picture if I've ever seen one. So I guess I really wanted to see what would happen if I actually didn't give up this time. So when I didn't give up, I lost 42 pounds in 4 months, maintaining like a rock star, and the habits have all stuck. So I didn't want to be a coach. I wasn't going to be a coach. I had no interest in being a coach. My best friend had been watching my journey and she asked me to coach her. And I said, no, I'll introduce you to my coach because that's not me. And she was like, no, so it's you or nothing. And how do you not help your best friend feel the way you feel? Well, you coach them. That's what you do. So meanwhile, she's now not only a senior coach, but I blew through it to manager. So how did I get here? I made the lists. I watched the trainings. I set the goals. I leaned into my mentorship. I showed up for the trainings. I'm not a morning person, so the 7 a.m. Saturdays are a little rough. But if you do nothing else, the living out loud is huge. Like, what does that mean? So truly authentically showing up, like in person and online, not just on Facebook, but in your everyday life. This isn't just a beginning and an end journey. Like, yes, there's a goal weight in mind, but my biggest thing was to show that not only does this work, but it's sustainable. Like, this is going to last you your whole life. This isn't just a, yay, I hit my goal weight, I'm done. Like, the journey keeps going. I guess I wanted to show that it worked for me. It's working for me. It's always going to work for me, and it can work for you too. So it's like we have this huge opportunity, and I'm so like, I love it. Like, why aren't we running like we're on fire to help people? Like, we get to run towards our dreams. Like, let's run like we're on fire to help the people we love and our families. Like, it's life-changing because lives are changing. So I love it.
I love that, Hillary. And what I also love is, and you guys, I hope you all heard that, because you all have people in your world that are just like Hillary. No, I don't think I want to coach. For whatever reason that was going on in her beautiful little head, she was like, it's not for me. And guess what? I bet now you're like, oh, this was made for me, right?
Oh yeah.
Amazing. So, and now you see that in others because you see, oh my gosh, this is made for them. They would love this. I'm just going to love on them and keep inviting them and keep asking them, because you're running like you're on fire for them so that they can reach their dreams. And even if they're going to help one person. So you guys, I just want to say, I was another one of those. I'm just going to help one person, people. So the people in your world that they're like, oh, no, I don't know if it's for me, or I'm just going to help one person. Just help them help that one person and watch them fall in love with it and watch them get on fire like Hillary and run towards it. So thank you so much, girl. And congratulations on everything. And thanks for those tips. The chat is blowing up. All right. So you guys ready for another story? All right. I am going to bring on Miss Jamie, and I want to have her share just a little bit and you guys, I just want you to know, we didn't really prep anyone who's speaking today. We just said, share what's on your heart, share what's actually happened in your journey. And whatever is real is going to come out, and it's going to help someone on the other end of the line. So if you're listening, there's probably something that, any one of these people that are sharing is going to share with you that's going to probably make a difference. And it could be like one little nugget. So Jamie, I want to bring you on, my friends. Just a few months ago, you were just getting started and you rocked 3rd month of executive director, kicked the Big Thinkers Club out of the water, and some really cool things happened. We were chatting yesterday, and she's helped just in the last week, since the call last Saturday, 10 new clients. And then this morning she's like, actually 2 more. So Jamie, come on, girl, and share a little bit about like, what have been the difference makers for you?
Well, good morning, and thank you, Dawn. Thanks, Brad. There's been a couple of things. So first and foremost, you guys, when they started the call, they talked about convention. It's only 143 days until convention. So you have time. I'm wearing my Universal Studio sweatshirt because I'm stoked. It's one of my favorite places on earth. So I get to go to Orlando, and I can't wait to meet all of you. So I got it going on. I started my health journey on July 12th of last summer. My life then was a big pile of sand. When you talk about the visual of rocks, pebbles, sand, I was doing everything. Everything was small. Nothing was dedicated. I was miserable, so overweight, so many health problems, and I wasn't showing up in the life that I wanted to have. And so the difference maker, number one, Heather didn't give up on me. She showed up as my coach and said, I'm not giving up on you until you say yes. I said yes. And then fast forward to September, started coaching to help my mom, who was also on program and having a terrible time, just wasn't connecting, got it all figured out. But the thing, that I started out slow. I didn't get my cab. I thought maybe I was failing. And I just thought, no, I need to do this because I feel so good and I need to start sharing this with the world. I loved what Hillary said. It's not just about showing up on Facebook. It's about showing up and leading with your health in everywhere that you go. So if you have kids, showing up at those basketball games and making sure that you are a shining light, being really intentional about how you're showing up. Know your elevator speech before you show up. And when I say elevator speech, imagine you get on the elevator with somebody that you love and you have 15 seconds. That's it until they reach their floor. What is it that you want them to hear? What do you want them to say? So lead with your health. I leaned on my support team. I love Heather and Michelle and Dawn. Like, they're there for me all the time. So just lean into them, trust them, whether you believe in it or not. And I think the biggest thing for me that I took away from last week that was really the game changer was at the end of the call, there were really tangible things to go do. And so I just made the decision to just go do them. So making a new profile picture, reintroducing my health. And it wasn't just that I did it in the spur of the moment. I was super consistent. I show up every day as my authentic self. And I do the 3-3-3, but it's really just how is Jamie living this awesome life that she's uncovered, and just sharing that and letting that be enough, and using my map, and then sending extra love to clients who was on my heart or really just needed to hear from me. And so I intentionally texted every single one of my clients after that. And it turned out to provide 3 referrals, which was super fun. And all it was like a happy Saturday, have a good weekend. And I think the biggest thing for me, if I could give myself one piece of advice from the beginning when I started slow and I thought I wasn't doing great, was very simply, I am enough. Leading with my health and showing up as Jamie Cox, that is enough. I don't have to be anybody else. I don't have to do anything but the systems that are provided to me. Being in Big Thinkers Club, for those of you who are new, that just means that I am helping a lot of people. And you guys, I work full time at a major corporation. I got a brand new job this week. I have such a full life. I have kids, I have sports, birthdays, you name it. And because the systems are there, you don't have to do anything but just trust the systems. And it will all work out. You have the time, whether you think so or not. I didn't think I had any time this time last year. I had no time to do anything. And now I'm doing so many things. So I love it. And the last thing I want to say is I'm not doing it for the financial freedom, but it is one of our 3 pillars. And it is something that I'm leaning into. And you guys, I am making some really major life decisions right now, things that were not even unlocked 3 months ago at the holidays. And when I'm ready to share those, I will, but you guys, the financial freedom that comes with this, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm just ready to go and be big. So that is, that's what I want to share. Thank you.
Jamie, I think we could hear from you all day long. Absolutely amazing. The chat's blowing up. Thank you for your fire and congratulations. And what I'm really excited about, just like this season, is what's coming ahead from what the consistency you've built and the fire you've grabbed in the life that you're building just is going to bring more options for you. So congratulations. Thanks for changing so many lives, and thanks for the tips this morning. All right. I could go all day, all along with this. Drop a one in the chat if you guys could just hear these all day long. We're going to bring a few more of them, because this is the gift that we get to give. And I want to remind people that this is, people may not, we see this in people, and this is what we're lifting up in them, even if they don't see it in them at the beginning. So we're also talking about that at the end of this call today. So I have another share. Kyla and Orlando, you guys were new executive directors around this time last year. And last month, you guys started 20 clients. Someone might say, guys, how did you do that? How did you start 20 clients? And that's just a facet of what you've been doing. But you guys are on fire. You guys are changing a lot of lives. What would you guys share? Because you guys, that's a big milestone in your business. I think you ran like well over 17,000 frontline volume. You changing a lot of lives. Share with us some tips that helped you guys reach that. Because again, you guys haven't, it's not like you guys have weight loss that's happening in front of people. Your journeys were last year. You guys have been consistent. Where are these people coming from, and what advice would you give to yourself?
Hey guys, well, thank you for asking us to share today. It's been a crazy year, to say the least. Last year we were barely getting going. We just kind of started slow and then took off, and it just like a flood came at us with, because we kind of had a negotiation type conversation with God about coaching, because we said no, just like somebody said a little bit ago. We said no several times, and when I said yes, he still said no. So it was like, no, you're not going to do that. And I said, watch me. So it's been a crazy year, but I would say probably what has contributed to the 20 that reached out to us last month has been the consistency. Honestly, just following the system, doing what we were told to do, the 3, 3, and 3. And, I would say the first tip is to lead with your health. Orlando lost 75 pounds in 5 months. That was really fast. And a lot of people were noticing because he's a cable guy, an internet technician, and in public and in people's faces. So they were like, what are you doing? We want to know. And so I would say that that's been a big part of why people feel comfortable reaching out to us, is we, lead with our health. And
yeah, I think what she's trying to say is that I'm a beautiful man, and people notice that. And I didn't used to always be that. I mean, I was beautiful, but I was just beautifully chunky. So, yeah, absolutely. Lead with your health. I think if you guys just really just focus on yourself to be the best you that you can be, people are attracted to that. Not because I'm beautiful, but just because, I look alive, I look alert. It's been amazing. I think that probably, I guess, it's been a year now since I've lost the weight and kept it off. So I've been rocking it like a rock star too for a year now, maintaining. So that's pretty much on that. I think one thing Kyle was going to share is the being coachable and being open to just follow what your mentors say. Work the system and just follow it. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, last year it started out a little slow, just allowing people to kind of reach out to us and get them started. And then when we really got intentional and decided that this is what we were going to do, reaching out to my mentorship team, reaching out to Carla and Janet and having a conversation with them, along with Laurie and Brad, and getting on a Zoom call and going, what do we need? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to get this, going? And being coachable, actually saying, okay, I was coachable with my health. Orlando was coachable with his health. We had habits we needed to change. The same goes for our business and our everyday life, and how we looked at our business was being coachable, changing the habits in our business that needed to be changed, whether we wanted to or not. whether we liked it or not. Following the system, doing the 3, 3, and 3, 3, 3, and 10, because he can start like 10 conversations in a matter of minutes, and he's a pro because he's so social. But, you know, honestly, just really being coachable, being open to your mentorship team to hear the things you maybe don't want to hear, and thanking them for that, because they have your best interest and they've been there, they've done it. So why not listen to them and do what they say to do? It's so easy, you guys. Like they have this system laid out before us so beautifully, and it's just like, just do it. So get out of your comfort zone and do the things that your coaches ask you to do. Be coachable. That's probably my second tip. For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You know, and a lot of people asked as far as how to start conversations. So if everybody's got a pen handy.
This is big on how we've talked, you know, enrolled 20 people this last month, you know, working towards their health.
Yeah, I want you guys to write it down, and just for the sake of it, can you guys drop an 8675309 in the chat if you're ready? Yeah, now that song's stuck in your head, right? Anyways, I won't sing it because I have a horrible voice, but this is, a lot of people always ask, like, oh my goodness, how do you start a conversation? And I'm like, okay, I'm just kind of laughing at myself, right? And everybody overcomplicates it. And they're like, well, what do you say? How do you start it? So if you got your pen ready, write this down. The easiest way you start a conversation through Facebook Messenger is you say, hi, and then, or how are you? That is it. Start 10 of those conversations, listen to people, and the conversation always gravitates to, hey, what are you doing now? Hey, well, I'm a coach. I'm a health coach / cable guy, you know? So just say, hey, how are you? That's all you got to do. And, you know, everyone always asks, especially when they see your pictures. And we do 3, 3, and 10 because we do 3 posts. We do 3 new friends, and then start 10 conversations. And maybe only 3 out of those 10 lead up to a health assessment. But regardless, we got 20 plus people this month. So that's my golden nugget as far as that. And when you're conversating with people, don't go into the conversation with like the intention of enrolling somebody, because that negative, that energy that you send out there is going to come back and they're going to feel it. If you just go with the intention of, hey, how are you doing, and genuinely mean it and say, and listen to them, everybody's always looking for something. So just go with the mindset of, hey, I just want to help you.
Be authentic. I mean, that's where the conversations go with me, and that's where they start, is just, hey, how are you? And being authentic and truly wanting to know how they are and what's going on in their lives. If, you know, there's somebody you've just gotten to know, or if it's somebody from the past, just, you know, find out how they're doing, what's going on in their life. And like he said, the conversation usually always leads to, what are you guys doing? And how did Orlando lose all his weight? Or, you know, how did you turn your health around? You know, those type of things come from them. We don't go into that conversation to start that. It just naturally goes that way. And so this last month, you know, the 20 clients that reached out to us to get started were, I would say most of them were people calling up saying, I've been watching you guys for like a year and I feel like it's just finally time. We didn't reach out to any of those 20 people. They came to us. And I think it's because we're the same in public at the basketball game as we are on Facebook. You know, Orlando's a peacock in public, at home, on here, you know, everywhere we go, and people just gravitate towards him. They're comfortable talking to him because he's goofy and he's Orlando. So
yeah, I'm a goofball whether I'm on here or at home or in public. So just be yourself.
And we love you for it. So you guys, this is so good. And I think I think a good recap on this too is also like, you guys be yourself. No, like there's enough other people in the world. You be yourself authentically, and make lots of connection. I want to point out the trifecta they talked about, you know, so they lead with their health, they stay coachable, and they do the work in creating conversations. You guys, congratulations. It's no surprise that those 20 people reached out. It was the diligent focusing on others and not needing the conversation to go. So good. Cause that's what we're going to do this month. Thank you guys for sharing. So awesome. I'm gonna do one real quick one here. So Lynette is going to come off and share. She was a new executive director this time last year, new integrated national, a third month this month, helping a lot of people get healthy. Lynette, real quick, this time last year, drop us some tips here as we hop in today, because then we're going to show people just like the things to focus on as we set up this month, because we've already are in the midst of doing it. So share with us a tip here and a little bit of your story real quick.
Oh, thank you. All right, y'all. And I'm from Northern Illinois, but I get to use the word y'all because I get my degree from Kentucky. So I went to college down there. So I can use that word legally. I don't know how to follow somebody who uses words like beautifully chunky, but I'm going to try. So I started as a client November of 2017. My sister's my coach, and she kept bugging me, and she's my sister, so she can go outside of systems and do things like that to be a coach. And I kept saying no. Just like they've all said, I kept saying no. And then she said the magic words of just 5 clients and you don't have to pay for food. And I'm like, what? Okay. So I signed up got my kit just before Christmas of 2017 and got my cab bonus by January, and I was done. I was like, I got my 5 clients, I'm done. And then it occurred to me, what happens if someone quits? So I told her specifically my goal for February was to get 2 more clients so I could be at 7 and I could have that cushion. And so I hit manager by the end of February, and I was feeling really good. And then all that momentum I built in February, all of a sudden I was ED by mid-March. And I'm like, I had no intention of going ED. And then my aha moment came. One of my clients contacted me and said, Lynette, I'm off my CPAP machine. And I get chills right now telling you guys that story, because I'm like, oh, I played a small part of that. I'm like, this is what it's about. It's not about getting to ED or all of that. I mean, that's awesome. And that drives us, but helping those people, that's the core of it. And that's the heart of it. So, so then I got to be, I got off my notes here. So, so I just kept leaning in from that point and asking questions. I always refer to myself as a sponge. I've always been a sponge. I love to learn. Anybody that wants to tell me something, I'm going to have my notes handy. I'm going to write it down. And then in July, I went to convention, and I had another aha moment at convention. So many aha moments at convention, but the one specific one that I'm thinking of is, and anybody who was there knows, Becca Tinter was up on stage and she was talking about schedule. And she was building this contraption as she was going. And I'm like, what the heck is she doing? And she had this really tall pillar and this really short pillar, and she was trying to knock over the big pillar with the little pillar, and it wasn't moving. So as she's talking, she's placing different sized pillars in between. And all of a sudden she hits the first one, the one that didn't knock the big one over, and they all knocked the big one over. And I was like, whoa, it was like mic drop. She just walked off the stage, and we were all like, what just happened? That was genius. You know, it's so simple, but it's genius. It's not about getting from here to there. It's all the steps in between and just taking one step at a time. So let me tell you what this means to me real quick. I am not only a health coach, I own a company with my family. I run that business for my family, so it's all on my shoulders. I'm a busy mom. I work full time. I'm a Girl Scout leader. I'm a volunteer. I'm a community leader. I hate it when my coaches tell me that they don't have time. If I have time to run a big thinker organization, a Big Thinkers Frontline, and a national director organization, and do everything that I do, you can do it too. And I have plenty of downtime built into my life. So I'm not running around like a chick with my head cut off anymore like I was before. So not having time and not making time are 2 different things. One's a reason, one's an excuse. So what are you doing? Is it a reason for you, or is it an excuse? So at the end of February 2018, I was a manager. And just last week, I qualified my 3rd month as integrated national director. And real quick, I'm going to tell you what that looks like for me. It's changed our life. Oh my gosh, what a blessing. In addition to all the people we're helping, just what this has done for my family financially, confidence-wise, everything is amazing. Last year, I paid cash for my daughter's wedding. I paid cash for her last semester of college. I'm not even going to tell you all the other stuff I paid cash for her for. I hope she's not on this call right now, because she's a coach. She'll be like, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And last month, I matched my CFO salary with my Optavia salary. And that is amazing. That is just so huge for us. So we're paying off debt, and we are just so stinking blessed. I can't even count the blessings. What Jamie was talking real quick about that 15-second speech. We practice that in our Chamber of Commerce meetings here all the time. We lead the meeting off with everybody going around the circle. You have 15 seconds to say exactly what your business does. And it is such a skill to learn and perfect. It is amazing. People don't want to sit there and listen to you drabble on and on and on. So just get your 15 seconds down, just like Jamie said, and you got this. So my 3 things would be schedule, probably are my 3 things. Because as soon as I got my schedule, my rocks in my schedule, that's when everything's really started to change for me. But on top of that, you got to follow the systems and you got to tap in with your mentors. So you guys got this. Have a great month.
Oh, Lynette, I love it. Congratulations. And I just want to say congratulations for diving in last year. That where you're at today and all the people you've helped is built on the foundation of this month, which is why we're going to just focus on keeping it simple today. I love the tips you share. I love the tips that everyone shared. And what's cool is you can see how every single one has this, like they're different stories, but they have the same pieces built into them. So I absolutely love that. And I just love the fact that actually almost every single person said, no, I'm not going to coach. So that's going to lead us into something today as we are believing in people. Because the biggest thing we want to do for people is take action and believe in people, even if they don't believe in themselves. Let's see the greatness inside people. We go out and we shine the light on that greatness that people don't see within themselves. So with today, you guys, all right, I hope you have your notepad because Orlando already encouraged you guys to pull it out. We're just going to share with you, we've done the work. So this part of the call is going to be really short. We have two people that are going to share some really good things that'll help you just continue to launch this month. I know you guys are already on fire. You guys are already doing, we've already started I think 150 new clients this month. By the way, great job. You guys are unstoppable. You only need 3 things to take on this month to continue what you've done, because you've done the work. We've learned how to awaken clients, support clients, awaken coaches, supporting coaches. We've learned it. You guys are doing it. We're thriving. We're reaching more lives. Starting off the month and taking on March is first having a vision of growth that you want to see and to maximize your efforts. So first off is the map, having a list of people that you want to impact their life and showing up on social media for this month, making that commitment and having a large vision of what you're creating and what vision you're casting for people. So I'm not going to spend much time on this. I'm going to encourage you guys to go back and watch Doug Wood's training. It's posted all over the support page. It is amazing. I don't really encourage watching trainings multiple times because I'm a big fan of action, not watching. I'm also a combination of both is always good, but that's your heartbeat for this month, the action, the intention, the focus. So my encouragement here is I just pulled this map. This is Danae's. There was an example from last year at this time or around July. Just this is what your map should look like. What you focus on is what you should create this month while you're being intentional, while you're believing in people, while you're dripping, while you're in action. Your map should go with you everywhere because it is your course correction guide for the lives you're going to change, where you're going. A messy map is a good map. So my encouragement is make that layout, have it covered with people that you want to be intentional with, take it with you each and every day, share it with your support team, go back and forth on it. When people ask, how do people grow? I'm guessing each one of those people that shared earlier, I could tell you that they utilize their map and they can tell you what they're tracking for. And also while they're tracking for their growth, because you always want to inspect what you expect, they're also being reminded of the lives they're changing constantly throughout the course. So if you're asking yourself, how do I make sure I take complete action on this month? This would be one of them. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it because the training itself is probably one of the best ones. I've watched it twice already, but that would be is just have it, take it away, be very clear on where you want to go this month. Draw a decision in the sand and say, this is where I'm going. This is what it stands for. This is what I'm building for. Because again, we're looking for, this calls for you if you have above average desires. And we're all average people here. Well, maybe Orlando's above average here. He's the only above average person here. But we're all average people with above average desire to see above average results for the people around us and the people that we want to see helping. So that's that one tip. So simple, easy. Of course, Dawn, anything you want to add to that? Because I think we want to move into the next topic. Anything you want to add to that?
Nope. I think we should move right. I mean, Doug, it was amazing. And guys, if you watch Doug and you watch his training, he shares a lot of heart in the beginning, but he gets to the nuggets of the map in that training a little bit into it, and it's gold.
Perfect. So the next one that we're going to talk about, we're going to introduce Tanya, is the power of connecting on social media. So you have the map, you have the consistency, you've learned the steps. You guys have all taken away nuggets this last little bit. They're like, oh my gosh, it's changed it. You remember something you learned that is making the difference in the coaching of your clients right now. You have the consistency down. All right, you guys, literally, if you, when in a month where the consistency's been there and the people are looking for us, you guys, people that have meant to do something during the new year, people that tried something and it's not working, they're feeling hopeless. They don't understand. People that are not people like Jamie that weren't even that's not just about weight loss. They're looking for more in their life. They're looking for an entry point to have breakthrough that they don't even know that they're looking for. And we're seeing a whole vision of what we want to see for their life. We're not just going around looking for people that need to lose weight. We're looking for people that want breakthrough in their lives. But you guys, all we have to do is be out there, is be in front of them. So the power of 3, 3, and 3 this month. And if you can make, again, back to if you want above average results, if you want to do a Lynette, or Tanya launch to your business this month, what they did this time last year, have your map, do those steps, guide it with you daily. It should be crumpled up by the end of the month. and to make the commitment to do the 3, 3, and 3. Basically, just the power of connecting and pressing post. Don't think about it. Just push post. Be in front of people. Share your story. Tanya's going to share a little bit of that. And I wanted to show you this. And actually, I want Donna to have you talk about this, because this is where Tanya was this time last year. And I distinctly remember where probably a few people on the call are right now that they've been consistent and they're ready to make that jump. Part of it's just making the decision. And I hope you guys have made that decision this month. But this is where Tanya's business was this time last year. And it's a heck of a lot bigger now. And Tanya, I've loved watching your life and your family thrive over this last year. I've watched you grow as a person, all the intangible benefits of this. But Dawn, share with that real quick about just about that last month to this month, and let's let Tanya share some tips on that.
Yeah, I just love it when I was like, hey, Tanya, you want to share a little bit about like social media and how to show up? And she's like, yes. And I said, where were you last year at this time? She goes, oh my gosh, I think of this often. And she took this, she drew a picture around it and she sent it to me. And she goes, you know what, Dawn? Last year in February, I was like, where are all the people? Like, hello, I'm out there. Like, what's going on? And then she said, boom, March happened. And March happened because she'd been consistent. She'd been showing up and she'd been showing her story, telling her story. I know Tanya's got like 4 points she wants to share with you, so I'm not going to steal her thunder. But you guys got to know, Tanya's actually a pretty shy person. Like, she would actually say she's quite shy. She's not like an extrovert and out there. But she is out there because she's not afraid to just press post. And by that, like, share her story. So Tanya, what I love is that, look at this, you guys, last February, making $400 a month. That was big for her, by the way. Like, that was awesome. It was paying for her program. It was like, wow. And then the next month, oh my gosh, jumping up to 1,900 and the lives that impacted. And now it's like, what, way more than that. But she and her husband, like, it is changing their life. So that is exactly what we do. Brad, anything you want to say?
And I want to say something to that real quick, because I actually remember, and also the blessing that it's been, Tanya. I remember you actually, like, the first month you hit ED, you were like, yes, I made $1,100. And I think you were messaging me about a question after one of these trainings. And I was like, actually, check it back, girl. You made actually $2,300. And you were like, what? It was super awesome. So, that's just another story for that. But again, guys, Tanya's going to share some tips for you. If you have questions in the chat, feel free to drop them in there. She can reference them. But also, if you could just commit to this, make the decision right now where you want to go, make the decision to push post and to connect and to do it like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't miss brushing your teeth. I haven't showered yet today, but I have brushed my teeth. I've done at least that so far. Like, if you can commit to doing this and share it and just finding the time, finding the pocket time, just like you would find brushing your teeth, this will be the difference maker in this month where the people are looking for you and you have the consistency. So Tanya, will you share with us a few things that made the difference for you? Because you show up well in this and people want to know what are some things that help you with this?
Yeah, so I have like a ton of notes from yesterday's training from Doug Wood because it was amazing. But first, like, just do it. Like, if you're new and you're not sure what to post, like, just start posting. Like, just own it from the beginning, because if people see you being confident and owning what you have and just being bold, big and bold, then that's how they're going to perceive it. So, like, from the beginning, just go full force and just start posting, and you're going to find your voice and rhythm and spaces of time that you can post more and more ideas. Like, the more you do it, the more ideas you're going to have. So, like, for me, I post all the time, and it really doesn't take that much time because I'm just used to it. And I'm like, oh, this is social media worthy. Let's just snap a pic really quick and then upload it later. Like, it doesn't have to be real time, but if it's a good moment, a good, like, story that's coming along in your head, like, save it for later, post it, just do it. And that's what I tell, new coaches that start. I'm like, just own it, just post it, just believe in what you're saying, just do it. And I didn't know what I was doing either. I just, from the beginning, from being live on these trainings, everyone said, be consistent. And so I was like, well, okay, well, they probably know a thing or two about this thing. So I'm just going to be consistent and just kind of get ideas from other people and just do that. And then, like I said, you develop your own voice and what you want to share to the world, because we all have a story. So just share your story constantly. Every week I kind of reintroduce my story because not everyone sees it. And some people, if you aren't consistent, some people are like, are you still doing that coaching thing? Are you still doing this? So they need to see that you're still doing it and relevant and still changing your own story and writing your own story. Another thing that I wanted to say was, what did I want to say, guys? I have a lot.
Adorable, Tanya. I love it. You were going to talk about, so just some tangible tips on like what it is that you do, because you're busy, right? You homeschool, you've got little kids. So I love that you're like, it doesn't have to be in real time, and the power of just literally doing it. But tell us a little bit about sharing your story, telling your story, and the difference between just posting and telling a story, and how that makes a difference.
Yes. So being vulnerable is huge. Like when you just, if you're just starting out and posting something to post something, that's good. But as you go, like being vulnerable and sharing your little tidbits of your life, like people want to know who's behind the screen, like what you're doing, what you're about, and they can relate to that and be like, oh, so-and-so works full time and she can still dedicate to her health, or she's a homeschooling mom and she can still coach at the same time or full time. Just sharing everything. Just share everything.
One thing, Tanya, that I love is that you do share everything. You share what you have in your hands so fully, and it's so organic and natural. You're not like, oh, I want to share about, the financial blessing that this has brought me or whatever. You roll it in so beautifully to your life as you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so excited for the things that we get to do. And it might be, because your family and what you've been able to dream about and do and afford and bless others with has changed a lot in the last year. And if people watch you in social media, they see that. They actually can feel it. And it's because, like you said, you share the little tangible things. The other thing that is really cool is that your presence on social media is a huge extension of your client support.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was another big thing. Sorry. Yes, definitely. When you're sharing out loud, I have my clients text me all the time and they're like, you always motivate me. Like, because of you posting this today, I did this today. Or even sometimes I'll post that, I'm watching our Wednesday night Habits of Health call. And then I see a client go on and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm on, because they might see your stuff before they see it in the client support pages. And then they see that you're really doing this thing too. And it's not just them doing it. Like, we are all doing this to hold ourselves accountable and to keep growing and to keep our health in order. And there was another thing I want to say. Oh, about the sharing your life. Honestly, the biggest, even this is what I tell my husband too. If you have a thought in your head or if you have an excitement or you're enthusiastic about something, or if you had a win, just share it really quick. Like, don't overthink it. Don't overthink the spelling or whatever. Just share it and just share it, because it comes out more, you see it more real that way when you have like a big moment. And then also just being funny and entertaining, like just be yourself, be quirky. Don't be weird to people, but just be weird if you are weird. People like that. They think it's funny, and it just keeps it even more light and just, and then when you go to message people, they feel like they know you.
Yep. Tanya, I love it. Absolutely amazing. There's so much great tangible. There's like a whole training in the chat right now responding to what you're sharing here. I love the examples. Congratulations, because I know how much this has changed your family's life and those lives around you. And what's cool is, again, the connection between the things that you're doing. So just push post, just share that story. People want to see you, and they want to see you in front and be vulnerable as much as you can. And I love your example, because I know so many people are probably like, how do I do that? Because I'm one of those people that are like, well, what does that look like? Just start sharing your story. Work with your coach. Everything in life that happens that's great happens because you just got started. Most people didn't know exactly that the accomplishment great, didn't know exactly how it was going to go when they got started. They just got started. So I love that. And the last piece I think you were going to say is you share the trilogy well. You share not only are all those things connecting, but you share the whole trilogy, how this is affecting your life, and you share what you have boldly, all of the components. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Tanya. We're going to wrap up. by sharing, by the way, I love this, by the way, and your business is so much bigger than this now because of what fire you started. You chose to be all in this month last year. I just want to say congratulations because you've had massive breakthrough in your life and for your family and for others because of the decision you made this time last year, and you're only getting started. So I love that. All right, lastly, I'm going to kick it over to the one, the only, Susan LaBelle. And just so for like the other last piece, you guys, all you need on top of what you've done is you need your map with massive intention and to work it every single day. Just push post. And if you, and all the last thing you need is a massive intention list and what that can create once you have it. So Susan, you drop some knowledge with us. What we should do if we want to impact a lot of lives and really catch fire as we wrap up today, because you are the queen of this. You and Shane are the queen and king of this.
Oh, that's very kind. I've really just enjoyed this entire call. I feel like, okay, put my trainer hat back on, but I've just been like sitting back, enjoying, so inspired. Thank you, Tanya, for just permission to be ourselves. Like, so awesome. Thank you. All right. So we're going to move into like something that I want to talk on the list. So those of you, if you watched Doug's training, will you just drop it in the chat, like how amazing and awesome that was? So we're going to encourage you guys. I'm like Brad. I'm not about just going and watching stuff like for funsies over and over, but there was a lot of value added, and it will like complement everything you're learning this morning for sure, and to set up your March. But if you know how to make a list, so like if you've ever made a list, have you ever made a grocery list or a list for a party, or if you know how to write names on a piece of paper, would you drop a 1 in the chat? So, I mean, like, so I'm not going to train on the how, because I think when we talk of list, and Brad, you can take it off of screen share, like, so people can just kind of see, when we think of a list is like, because it's such a simple, I think everyone dropped a 1, right? I don't need to teach you how to write names down. And it's such a simple process that it's something we can easily push aside and be like, well, I know how to do that, so maybe I don't need to do that. Or because I know how, it's something we've skipped over. But I can tell you, I don't work with Jamie, but Jamie, when you said, I mean, it's just success leaves clues, people. When Jamie was like, I brought on 10 people after last week's call, I'm like, ding, 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 that girl had a list to go work off of, to go create a desired outcome she wanted. I don't know, Jamie, I might be just totally making that up, but that's where my brain goes. So the question now becomes, do you actually have a list? So just because you know how to do it, do you work from a list and add to it often? Do you have everything consolidated into one place? And how you know that you're in an authentic place with that answer is you could take a picture of your list right now and drop it in your support thread. Like you're feeling so confident, like my list and where I'm working is so rock solid, and I could share it with my support team. Now, if you right then just kind of go, that would be 50 sticky notes and a note section on my phone and in the back of my planner and on my whiteboard. It's like everything's scattered. Hey, all good. No judgment here today. Point is like, let's consolidate that to work a little more systematic and a little, let's work smarter, not harder, because having a list is something people will look after. And the reason what I want to give you today is really just the why behind having it. Because when Brad generously offers these matching scholarships, and we're going to share with you something really exciting coming up this week. When we like launch something, or you set a goal at the end of the month, and you show up and you're like, hey, this is what I want to create. The difference maker between the people that then do go sponsor in that 24 hours, 10 people or 20 people in a month, and the people that do have people showing up to Coach Explorers and like when there is something offered, are the people that actually had a list to go work off of, and they were able to just, it's in a list, you guys, is not separate. Like Doug does this so well and explains it. Just the people that are on your heart, and it's not like just, oh, these are my clients and these are my coaches. And if that's how it's separated, my encouragement to you, your coach list should be twice as long as your client list. And the reason for that is the clients is only accessing a third of really our full offering. And we don't separate things out. Our offering is our offering. So really everyone should be in an entire list. And your coach, the people that you want to give this gift to, this life to, should be twice as long. There should be more people in your life that need health beyond just the physical transformation, that need the financial and need the mental and the emotional and the community. So that list should be twice as long. And if you're not thinking that way, this is all just part of your own personal breakthrough and transformation of understanding what you have in your hands. So I am going to just talk a little bit about like what it looks like. Brad asked me to he knows I have whiteboards next to mine. So there's one of mine. Those are the people. There's different colors because they do represent different areas. So I have a whiteboard here. These are the people that I just I can see and pray over, and that's part of my list. The hundreds list. So I'm going to give you a little wiggle room. And what I mean by that is it's not, if you want to grow, it's a non-negotiable to have a list. But what's negotiable is how you want your list to look. There's some creative spin on it. Some of you want to work off your notes section on your phone. Some of you are spreadsheet people. And in fact, if you love the hundreds list tracker, we can put that in the file section in the boot camp. So that's a great tracker to track people if you're a pen to paper person. If you're a whiteboard person, it's use what works for you, but what's non-negotiable is having one. It's kind of so it's not a I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, and so another plug for Doug's training, because I feel like he can complement this so well. And as we're kind of wrapping up today, I'm going to throw it over to Dawn to kind of share and why we wanted to just kind of train to this and put an importance. I mean, I still have a list, you guys. I mean, I shared it with Brad last night. I'm like, here's what I'm doing, because I feel like sometimes you may think oh, well, they don't do that anymore. No, guys, it is it's the backbone of what we do. The minute I let that go, things get a little wonky over in this place. And so being really true to what we know works and knowing that the people that are successful, we don't talk about a list because it's everyone knows how, but do you have one? And one place that you're adding to. So Dawn, I'm going to pass it to you to just kind of share what we have coming up this week. You've heard the stories, the gift you have to give away, you guys. You've heard that many people are going to tell you no, but if they're on your list, they're on your list. And we just need to continue to layer and love on people and show them through our own personal stories, the transformation. People will come when it's time. But this is if I could give a vantage point of the best time of year for someone to come in, start sharing their story, and bringing the gift of what we have. March is an amazing time for us to start expanding your team, your vision, helping more people. They're going to have massive success too because the people in their world are looking for help. All those people that were changing their health at the beginning of the year, this is their next step for accountability, for meaning and purpose in their life, probably for what they really came to you for. So Dawn, I'm going to have you take it from here. Share what's on the docket this week. So excited.
Awesome, Susan. Seriously, you guys, I love, Susan, how you presented that the list is something that we do. We all know how to do it, but it's non-negotiable. It's, do you have one? That was so perfect. I think I heard your heart there, and I am inspired. And you're right, guys. It's been 9.5, almost 10 years. I absolutely still have a list and write on it and add to it. So you guys, we're going to bring you something really exciting on Tuesday night. So mark your calendars for this and grab your list out, because like Susan just shared, that is where you're going to go to and invite people to this call. So Tuesday night, we're going to do a rewards of coaching. And you guys heard the stories at the beginning of this call. And that is exactly what we're going to be sharing. We're going to be sharing the heartbeat of what we do and who we are and what we have to offer. Because guys, we offer transformation. That's why what Doug shared on his call and you look at your list, and whether you have a separate coach list or a separate client list, I mean, honestly, after you get your flow and your groove, they all become one. And the people on your heart for coaching is, like Susan said, twice or 3 times as long as the ones that why would you just want to offer just a portion of something to someone, right? And hold the rest to yourself? No. So this call on Tuesday, guys, it's going to be March 5th, 6 p.m. Going to be hosting. We're going to have some amazing stories, and it is for everyone. I just want to tell you that. So if you have people on your heart that you just want them to know a little more about what you do, the heartbeat of why you do what you do, guys, this is even for your clients. This is for your pre-clients. This is for your family. This is for anybody. You want them to know why you are so dang excited about life right now and what you have to offer. Invite them and not just send the graphic over. We're going to get this out to you guys, but literally pick up the phone and call them. So grab your list out, and I'm going to say, take a highlighter. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my list. I'm going to take a highlighter and I'm going to go down it, and I'm going to, each and every person, I'm going to think, what's the next step for them in their journey? Whether they're a client yet or not, or a pre-coach on my list, or 6 months into their journey, I'm going to say, what's the next step for them? Do they have people noticing? Have I told them that I think they would be amazing at helping the people around them? Have I invited them to hear more of the heartbeat of what it is I do and why I'm so excited? And I'm going to invite each and every one of them personally to the call. And then I'm going to send them the link and remind them the morning of. And you know what else? Then I'm going to follow up with them after. And I can't wait to hear what they heard, what resonated with them. So we're going to have Candy and Casey Mitchell on the call. Just amazing, fitness-minded, awesome, you guys. I cannot wait to hear what they share. Tim and Kelly are going to be on this call. Another amazing couple, just massive changes in their life. Tori is going to be sharing just spitfire, new in the last year, so many changes. And then Danae and DJ, another amazing couple. You're not going to want anyone to miss this call. Brad, anything you want to add? And then also, guys, we have a scholarship that we're going to make available for 24 hours after this call. I'm going to have Brad explain a little bit about why we're doing that and how to use it. But we wanted you to have this on your calendars because it's pretty exciting.
All right, guys. Yeah, here as we wrap up, first I want to just say again, I don't know if you guys will ever know the gratitude of powerful people that want to grow together. It's been amazing growing with you this season. We're going to take on March. You guys are already on fire. We're going to wrap up here with basically just the pieces of this and then what to be doing and what's next. But this call, and again, we have a lot of new coaches here that have probably never seen a rewards of coaching call. So what it's going to be is it's going to be about the heartbeat, stories, how coaching's affected their life. Your clients, even if they're not ready, if they were kind of like Jamie the first time she said no, or Hillary the first time she said no, this will greatly impact their health journey and give them a different vision. So, we don't go heavy on the how-tos. This is really about the heartbeat and what the match is for them. So invite people to this. We will. You guys, by the way, we threw out that scholarship. I thought it would last at least 4 days. You guys rocked it in less than 48 hours. We had to extend it another 12 hours and spend an extra $1,000 on it. Congratulations for affecting so many lives. We're going to bring that back for 24 hours from the end of this call. So a lot of you guys won't need that to start people. But again, we just want you guys to have conversations because conversations are the difference makers. So if you can make the conversation, if that assists with the conversation, if you want to invest 25 so we can invest 25, we will give that open for that 24-hour period because we're also going to commit to helping these coaches get a solid launch. So not only are you guys ready and not only have you done the work to bring on integrated coaches, that because you have integrated them as great integrated clients, we're going to have a training the following Saturday to help every new coach that comes on launch with success. So everyone excited about that? I hope you guys are. This is going to be a great season ahead. A lot of you guys have your list. If you do those things, you'll be set up. So as we wrap up today, yes, April, great question. I love you always asking the technical questions. 24 hours from the second we end the call. We'll say done, and then the timer starts. We might extend it a little bit. I just, I can't say no to you guys. You guys messaging me saying is it extended? And I'm like, I just love you guys changing lives. I can't say no. All right, you guys, we already went a few minutes over, but I love these mornings. And this is just what I want to encourage you today. Here is how we've gone over it today. You guys have done the work. You've been consistent. Here is how you create massive difference for this month. Go all in with your health. I know we say that, but I really want to make sure that has gravity. There is nothing more authentic. Kyla and Orlando hit on it. Nothing more that impacts lives than you being authentic and leading with your health, pushing forward whatever that next step. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards in your life. So what are you moving forward on your health? Map, share it with the decision. I can't stress enough. A decision made, not I hope that'd be kind of cool if I do that. If you kind of did your map, then I would encourage you to zoom in on it and make it real. Viscerally attach yourself to what you're focusing on and where you're going to be by the end of this month. Connect with your support team. And my biggest encouragement, besides massively inviting to this call and starting off this month strong, I dare you, I triple dog dare you to just mentally fast forward to March 21st and pretend that these are the first 10 days of the month are the last 10 days of the month. Work it like you worked it the last 10 days of the month and see what happens in your business. Absolute fire will happen in your business. Basically, the last two are the things we went over today. We talked about map, push, post, share boldly. Don't think about it. Just share you, be you. People are looking for you. Massive intention list. Thank you, Susan LaBelle, as always. Whatever you need to create massive breakthrough in people's lives. So basically, that's it. Go light the world on fire. And my last encouragement to you all, and Don, I'll let you add one last final piece here, is you guys, I just want to ask you guys, what if? Like, what if you went all in this month? And I know a lot of you guys are, Brad, I'm already all in. Like, I'm already like 1 foot out the door doing things this morning. Like, can you finish up here? Yes, I'll finish up here. But what if you made a massive decision? What if you went all in? What if you stood for something huge? What if you casted a vision for more than just weight loss? What if you had a vision for, like, what if you were Tanya this time last year? What if you were Lynette, who was like, let's see, a coach is good. But what if you believed in yourself? What if you stood for something more? What if you were consistent? What if you did the extra work? I can tell you, putting the extra work in never doesn't get rewarded. You always get the reward back. You get out of things what you put into them. So that's my encouragement, my friends. And I was going to bring out something that I made the same decision on, but I won't do. I'm going to wrap up here today. You guys are all on fire. Let's go do this. Grab people and attract people that want more out of life. Appreciate you all. And by the way, the last thing here is Steve, I got to meet you real quick. Last thing is here, we'll have a training. Hold on. There we go. We will have that. We won't have trainings this month of March, but we will start a whole new training series as we go into April to catch the fire of March to continue to move forward. So look forward to continuing to grow this year. You guys are on a massive trajectory. We're changing a lot of lives. Dawn, anything you want to add as we sign off today?
No, Brad, you just said it so beautifully. Other than you guys, have courage and just do it. And you are absolutely enough. So like Tanya said, just do it.
Yeah. All right, my friends, have fun. No after party today because you guys are ready to go light the world on fire. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Dawn. Man, I can't keep it very much. Kyla, Orlando, Amy, Katie. Let's see here. Lori, everyone across the board. Lynette, you guys were all amazing. Thank you guys. Let's go give this gift to other people. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. The information for everything we covered today will be in the coach page. Let's go launch March. It is March 21st as of today. Let's go do it.
I love it. Thank you, Brad.
Bye,
Congrats,
guys.
everyone.